Hello friends, and welcome to what I'm unofficially calling Witch Week here in the workroom. For several decades of the 20th century, if you wanted a historical costume, you could get essentially one dress pattern with minor variations. Historically Adequate has come a long way in my lifetime. Because most pattern companies were based in the USA at this time, these patterns covered all the major food groups: the Wild West, the American Civil War, the American Revolution, and the Pilgrims. I have a couple of variations on this style of pattern, but I settled on this one from 1980 because on paper it fit me. It kind of does. I forgot that 14-year-olds are, short, and I decided that the Pilgrim looked like the most fun with all the different accessories. But also, the Pilgrims are a bit dodgy, and at its core this is just a simple dress, and do I really need a plain black, probably cotton long-sleeved dress? So I had a browse of the sales section at the fabric shop and picked up this super cute dark grey polycotton with a celestial design instead. The dress is extremely simple. The bodice front and back have darts sewn in, both sides are sewn together, and a facing is inserted. The Pilgrim design is a bit weird to approach as a British person because, well, we have this historical image too, but for us this is a Puritan. If you're not up on your English history, the Puritans were political and religious dissidents and strongly aligned with what was technically the winning side of the English Civil War. I say technically because it didn't stick for very long. The sleeves also get darts being made up and inserted into the bodice. Also, bring back sleeve darts, they're adorable. The skirt is just a couple of big rectangles gathered down, and there's a zip up the back. Given how obsessed most casual historians are with kings and queens, we really don't talk enough about the 5 or so years when Britain just didn't have one. I think that to a person who is casually interested in history, things like battles, palaces, and rich people's costumes are easy. They're interesting and engaging and simple, clean, uncomplicated. Colonialism is too hard to acknowledge, religious persecution is too grim, and that messy bit where a king had his head cut off and the new government banned Christmas, that takes too long to explain. But British history is anything but simple and uncomplicated. As a nation, it's always been driven by a heady mix of politics, religion, and money. Even the narrative of colonisers travelling to the Americas on the grounds of religious freedom is massively oversimplified, if not outright inaccurate. The accessories are the most complicated part. A gathered apron inserted into a waistband with ties at either side. A relatively simple collar, two sides sewn together and turned out, top stitched all around the edges. And this cute cap, which is almost more complicated than a historically accurate one would be. Reducing the whole messy expanse of history to just the good bits, just the photogenic snapshots, and not the ugly interstitial parts, or even better, making the past the present with a couple of extra details slapped on. It's fun for play, but it's more important than ever that we don't lose sight of the fact that this isn't reality. That's a child's Halloween costume view of history, and we're adults. At this point, I think it goes without saying that I really didn't want to just make a vintage Pilgrim costume, so I gave it a bit of a twist. Thank you for watching this video. On the screen you can see the names of my Ko-fi donators who have helped to make these projects a reality. If you'd like to join their number, there's a link in the description box below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, do all the things that make the YouTube gods happy, and in the meantime I was really curious about one thing. For modern historical costuming audience, these designs are laughably inaccurate. But what if they weren't? How hard would it be to start from a pattern like this and make something that was plausible? Dream big, and I'll see you next time.